Hello, everybody, and fuck you. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Today's topic, I believe, is going to be growing older. I know, a lot of you are looking at me and you're saying, bitch, we've watched some of your other videos. I know that hasn't happened. We know you're 44. You're walking around, talking about doing this and that. You're a maintenance guy. Stop complaining. Trust me. It ain't what it fucking seems. I'm middle-aged right now, that's true. And the reason that it bothers people is because you start thinking about things you did when you were in your 20s and 30s and you realize you will never do them again. And some of the things are very fun. Just very cool, you know? But you'll never, ever do them again. See? Fucking dogs barking. You know, and some things are supposed to be memories. I get it. Like getting a 1967 Plymouth Fury and running lights in it just because it's big. Well, that was fun. And I did that daily. Because my theory was always, as my buddy will recall, fuck it, they have brakes. I'm huge, they can't miss me. I'm gonna run this light. I used to drive that big bitch up to 80, 85 miles an hour, take my hands off the wheel and close my eyes. Right? That kind of thing I will never do again. Why? Because it's fucking stupid. And I have shit to lose now. You know, I don't have a whole life ahead of me. I'm lucky if I have half of one. As some of you might have picked up, I like to drink a little bit. Right? I'm a weekender. I'm the guy around the campfire who's loud and telling dirty, naughty jokes. Racial jokes. Against anyone, by the way. No one's safe. Unfortunately, I only know 2 white jokes and they both suck, so it isn't a whole lot of those. But let's talk about how 15 beers feels now versus 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was a mild headache, some joking about the night before, and you got a good meal in you, maybe some hair of the dog, and you went on with life. Now, 15 beers on Saturday night, which I realize is a lot of beers, but even if it's a 12er. 12er on Saturday night means I don't start feeling good until Wednesday. I mean, that's just the fucking way it is. It's just not as cool at all. I'm also, as I mentioned in a previous vlogity, faced with the fact that I have never made much money, maybe never will. Well, that's not a fun realization. See, when you're 29, making minimum wage but having fun, taking your dune buggy to Glamis and shit, you can say, well, fuck, later, dude, you know? I got time. Adults change all the time, you know? So what did I make, you know, whatever it was back then? It was $6 an hour. I'm not going to make $6 an hour forever. Now I realize I was correct. That's because minimum wage goes up. How fun to realize. Your chances of meeting somebody and falling in love are dwindling fast, especially if you're married. Because, I mean, how the fuck are you going to do that? The young chicks at the bar, they might flash you. They're not going home with you. I don't care how funny you are, how much attention you pay them. They're going home with the 29-year-old kid in the LA Sox cap with the flat bill and the Chevy truck that's only lifted in front. Just realize that, right? Concerts. I don't know what the fuck music's out today for the most part. I mean, if it's really rocking, I'll follow it. But I have to wait until like fucking Candlebox is playing. or older bands like that for me to even give a fuck. And then, it's at some fucking shack with discounted ticket prices because nobody knows who the fuck they are anymore. Now, granted, this isn't my parents hoping Jan and Dean were still touring in the 80s. They may have missed that music, but I do believe this is different because there's a lot more radio exposure. There's a lot more, the internet came out. You could get these songs. You could go to small places here in Southern California and meet the bands like I have done with many, Candlebox included. I've seen them, I think, twice now. The first time I met them with my buddy. Your drive goes down. That 1968 Plymouth Fury I was talking about. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's out there somewhere. Amongst the junk cars, bikes, fucking shit I dragged home from storage units, workbenches I just want to keep in case because I'm that guy. It hasn't started in 15 years at least. Got a new engine in it like 2 years ago. There it sits. I mean, my drive's just gone. I don't care. What's the fucking point? Put all that money and effort into driving a car I had when I was 19. It'll happen eventually. Right now, it's not happening. I got my Harley and Davidson right out there in the garage. It starts. It just needs a few things to button it up. I'll wait till my buddy calls me. Wants to make a bike night out of it. I'm just not driven. Right? I'm driven to do things that make me immediately happy. Like, if there's a website that I like or a video I want to watch on YouTube, I'll press play. Because then, you get 10 to 45 minutes, an hour of information, and you're out. There is no, when this and when that. Dreaming is largely over because how long do you have to dream, bruh? Right? And what's funny is my dreams have always been pretty small. I want that house in Arizona. I want a bass boat. I would like a racing car. Dirt oval. That sounds a lot of fun. My buddy's doing that right now. And I'd like to live somewhere that, hiking boots are more welcome than fucking dress shoes. My list isn't that big. So happiness is easy for me to achieve because I'm an easygoing guy. It may not seem like it because I complain like a motherfucker, but I'm an easygoing guy. But there are other things that I'd like to do that I will probably never do. Like make $100,000 a year. Like show people my diploma on the wall. That sucks. Missed that fucking boat. You're just too old. You know what I mean? It becomes a time where you kind of wake up one morning and you're looking back at life instead of forward, and you're going, well, I built it. I get to live in it, right? There are still possibilities. I'm not the lay down on the road and wait for the big car to hit me type guy, but it don't feel like it did when I was in my 20s and everything was possible. I mean, the shit we did, I can't even begin to say. I probably wouldn't admit on video. And I'm talking about nightly, 365 days a year. This wasn't like, woohoo, one crazy night in August and, 2002. No. Every night was a crazy night in August in 2002. Every fucking night. Been doing this since the early 90s. We didn't care much. I'm surprised we're alive, in fact. The shit that we've done, the fights we got in, we were fucking pretty nuts. So I guess I will close. I'm trying to keep these at 10 minutes so people don't have to sit for a quarter of an hour hearing my fucking ass. I'll close with, if you are between the ages of 0 and 36 or so, fucking go do something, dude. Like, right now, if you can. Drop everything. Fucking go camping. Because in 10 years, I don't know, dude. Camping or fucking like, there's the couch, dude. Let's watch a movie. The movie's starting to win. And that sucks. Right? That just sucks. Well, especially in California, it is difficult to camp. I mean, you have to go way the fuck up there. You know, it's an hour and a half away. Only to hope you're not hassled by rangers or some 909 faggots with something to prove. Coming through with their natural ice and their fucking Sublime bass tunes. I like Sublime, but I don't like 909 Bros. Anyway, have a shitty day. I don't have a choice.